Hi, everybody. This is Mrs. Avis. I just wanted to take a few minutes and explain to you the super exciting opportunity you have to improve on your Q3 report card grades for reading and language arts. So I'm going to walk through exactly what we want you to do in the assignment, the way you're going to be assessed, and also show you some examples that you could follow. Okay? All right. So what we want you to do is to be thinking about this important time in our history, right, that we're living through right now. It's a really weird time where we're staying home, we're not allowed to go to school or other places, and so it's kind of a big deal. And when you grow up, this will be a time that people talk about for years and years to come. So for this assignment, what we want you to do is think about these questions as you write a letter to yourself, but in the future, okay? So think about, why is this a time that we will never forget? What is it like in your home right now? What do you miss the most? How does the coronavirus make you feel? Are you feeling nervous? Are you feeling worried? Things like that. And are you worried about anything? And so what you're going to do is going to be thinking about these questions. And with those questions in mind, here is what we're expecting from you, okay? We're expecting for you to write a letter to your future self explaining what life is like right now, okay? So you're going to use questions from the list that we just showed you up there to help guide you in your writing so that you can describe what your life is like right now. Because one day your kids are going to want to know what it was like during this time of your life, okay? And we would love for you to draw a picture too of something representing what is going on in your life. So how are you going to be assessed? So let's take a look at this rubric right here, just like we've used rubrics in class before, okay? The way your teachers are going to assess you is we're going to look for 6 criteria, okay? And you have a chance to earn up to 5 points on your report card grade to bump up your Q3 grade, or you can earn as low as 3 points, okay? But to get the 5 points, you're going to have to do all of these 6 characteristics that we have here, and I'm about to go over them, okay? If you want to earn 4 points, you'll have to do 5 of the 6, and if you only do 4 or less, you will only earn 3 points, okay? So let's go over those characteristics. Does my letter stay on topic? That means, are you discussing the things we asked you to discuss in your letter? Okay, it's about the coronavirus pandemic going on right now. Does my letter include at least 10 complete sentences? Do I start each sentence with a capital letter? Do I end each sentence with punctuation, like periods, exclamation marks, question marks? And did I use the letter format shared in the model? And I'm going to show you that in just a second so you can understand what I mean by format, okay? Finally, did you draw a picture to go with your letter? So those are the 6 characteristics in your rubric that we need you to fulfill to get the full 5 points, okay? Pretty easy, right? You can do this. All right, so let's take a look now at an example letter that Mrs. Avis wrote. And I wrote this to my future self because even though I'm a grown-up, these are things that are going on in my life right now and that I would share one day with others, okay, about what was happening during this time. So as I'm reading this letter, I'm going to point out some of the letter format characteristics that I talked about, okay? So your date is going to always go on the top right-hand corner. So April 23rd, 2020. This is called the reading of your letter, and it always goes on the left-hand side, and this is what you will put, dear future self. And do you notice this comma right here? Make sure you include that, okay? Then I skip a line. Can you believe what is going on right now with the world on lockdown due to coronavirus? I still can't believe that school has been canceled for the rest of the year. I feel very sad about this because I miss my students and coworkers so much. However, I'm so glad that our government made this decision so that we could all stay home safe and try to save as many lives as possible. And I go on with my letter, okay, just answering those questions again that we asked you to focus on. And then at the very end of my letter, right here, this is called the closing of your letter. And I wrote sincerely. Notice I have a comma afterwards. And then on the next line, I wrote my name. So my name is Margie Avis, but I'm writing from the year 2020 to myself in a future year. Okay. So this is what the format of the letter looks like. Okay. So all you will need is a piece of paper and a pencil to do the same thing. And you will follow the same template that Mrs. Avis just showed you, okay? You'll have your date, you'll put dear future self, then in here is the body of your letter where you will include all of that information that you want to tell us about what your life is like right now during this coronavirus pandemic. And once you have those 10 sentences at least, you will do your closing where you will put sincerely and you will write your name, okay? Remember, good writers always revise and check over their own work. So make sure that you are spending some time reading over your sentences and asking yourself, does it make sense? Did I forget a word? How can I make this better? And always check for capitalization and periods, okay? Right? Now, some of you will be receiving a little extra help from us. This is called a medium scaffold, where we will mail you this if you need it. And you can use this to complete the missing blanks with the information. So it's the same exact assignment, but it's just going to have a little bit more help to help you complete it, okay? But you will know who you are because we will mail you those, all right, or email them to you. And then for our students who need a little bit more help, we have another template, and this is, for example, if you just got to the United States and you don't speak as much English, we want to help you out. We still want you to participate with the letter, and so this is something we created where you will still fill in the date, you will still write down the greeting, but instead of writing out your answers fully, you will get to choose from these visuals. So you're still telling us about how you feel, what you miss, what you wish you could do. And let's see, what you're doing at home, what you're thankful for, and then one question that you still have about the coronavirus, okay? And then you're going to close your letter just like I described earlier. You're going to write sincerely and your name. Okay, so once you've done this, to get credit for it, this is very important. You have to take a picture of this and text it to your homeroom teacher, okay? So you're going to have to get it to your teacher so that they can grade it. And this is due May 8th, okay? And we cannot extend that deadline because that was set by the district. So it's very important that you get it done, take a picture of your letter, and mail it to your teacher by May 8th, okay? And then your teacher will grade it with a rubric, and they will decide what points you get, and they will add that to your quarter 3 grades, okay? All right, guys, we miss you so much, and thank you for listening, and I hope you'll have fun doing this assignment. Can't wait to see them. Bye.